It's 2023 and you want to crush poker. Poker numbers are up everywhere. As I film this, there's 350,000 people logged into GG Poker. There's tons of shows going on with tons of money on the table. It's all very, very attractive. And you understand that this is a game of skill and can be beaten. Well, in this video, I am going to give you the A to Z blueprint. If you really want it, you can acquire the skill set to crush poker. Why am I qualified to give you guys the blueprint? Well, I've lived it. I started in Canada with no money and just a dream, and I've made it happen. This is my graph when I started playing live cash games, really consistent winning. This is when I started playing online, low to mid stakes. I made it happen. This is my GG graph in tournaments between $0 and 530s. It's what I should be playing. I'm going to be honest, this is my graph at the super high stakes. Every time I've tried to make content playing the super high stakes, I've gotten smashed. I've always been very open about that. Against everybody, I've done very well except the super elite. I also have one of the best ROIs in Canadian poker history. This is my graph in live tournaments in Canada. We've absolutely smashed it. So yeah, I don't post this all the time, but I mean, I just want to convey to you guys that I'm not the best in the world. There's a tier above me, but I've gotten pretty good at this game. All right, let's get into it. I call this the triangle of poker success. Now, if someone comes up to me and says they want to be a professional, or they want to get good or whatever, with a pretty decent percentage of accuracy, you can actually predict whether they're going to make it or not based on these three things. If they're 3 for 3, I would back them, put my money on them. One aspect that people need is I call life. What does your current life look like? Are you in financial trouble? Are you in debt? Are you happy with the person you are? Are you content? Do you have food? Is your family safe? All these things factor, because basically if you're in debt, if you're living a bad life, if you are struggling to make ends meet, these are massive problems. And what happens is your brain recognizes these as the most important thing, and your brain is entirely focused on improving these things. Hey, your brain's not going to think about a card game when you're in debt, struggling to feed your family and stuff. So solve this first before you want to get into poker. I promise you, you will thank me. Next thing I call is basically the mental game, slash desire. What is your why? Do you really want to be a professional poker player? Do you really want to be a card shark? Do you really want to make a living in this industry? That's what I ask. Some people say that, but you see it in their eyes. They really don't. If you are committed, I got good news. So be honest with yourself. Is your life in a stable situation? Do you have the mental resilience? Do you have the desire? If it's yes, we're going to talk about number 3. Number 3 is skill. And that's what we're going to focus on more in this video. How do you acquire a skill set to become successful? All the players that are crushing, without a doubt, this is very obvious, they are extremely skilled at this game. This is a skill game. There is luck in moments, but overall, it is a skill game. That's why the best players are winning. The beautiful thing about poker is, like, if I want to be in the NBA, there's no way I could work on my skill set to get up to LeBron James. But poker being a mental sport, I truly believe if anybody has their life together, they have the mental resilience, they have the desire, and then they really want to work on their skill set, you can completely develop your skill set. All right, you want the skill set. This is how you get it. You ready? It's very complicated. It's very difficult. You study the game of poker. There you go. That's how you get good at this thing. You intentionally study the game of poker. Back in 2016, when I talked to Ellie Rowe and I said I wanted to get good, he said, study. I said, how much? He put me on a study plan, 6 to 10 hours a week, immediately at minimum. At times I went more, at times I went less, but very consistently it became a part of my every single day. Oh, I don't have 6 to 8 hours. Check your phone, man. I bet you're on Instagram, at least that amount of time. I bet you're on social media. I bet you have these other moments in your life where you're leaking time as a very valuable resource. So that's where it comes to the mental desire. Do you want it? If you have the discipline to actively study the game of poker, these are the elite pros. I'm not saying you're going to get to Jason Koon's level, but if you can actually intentionally study the game, you have the discipline, I'm telling you, you can slide right into this spot. The best in the world will be better than you. I mean, you can get pretty close, but everybody else, this percentage of the player population is not putting in any study at all. Some of them might try a little bit, but they get confused. It's hard. They give up. I'm telling you, if you're determined, you can make it here, because this is how it works. Studying's really hard. It's going to be very difficult. There's some hard moments. You're going to get to a concept. Bam. Difficult concept. You hit this on your past. Most humans, because they can't do difficult things, they're going to just avoid it. They're going to go over here. They're going to watch cat videos. They're going to go to YouTube. But if you power through and you try and try again, initially that concept, you will lock it in and you will remember it forever. And then you get through it, bam, another difficult concept. Well, good thing you just went through this. You've already done this. You can power through these massive difficult concepts and you gain this unbelievable level of confidence. All right, Kevin, I want it. What do I study? Well, there's 3 different tiers. And the first tier is the beautiful tier called the free tier. We're really in the golden age of poker content in 2023. Come to my stream. I clearly lay out concepts. It's like a nonstop play and explain of how to go through the mid stakes. Like my content, you can learn so much from it. I got a list of free, awesome poker content available. Raise Your Edge, Run It Once, Doug Polk, Pav Egyptians, the Poker Stars guys, everybody on Twitch Poker. Oh my God, Phil Galfond is making free YouTube videos laying out incredible, valuable information. You do not have to spend money to increase your skill set. Awesome. Lots of free content out there. You don't need to spend money to increase your skill set. But at some point, if you want to take a next jump, I highly, highly recommend it. And we're going to talk about the next step. We call this entry-level paid content. $1 sign. There's so many affordable options out there with a monthly subscription for $30 a month, $40 a month. There's lots of different value out there. I'm going to give a personal recommendation to BBZ. I've been working with them for a long time now. For $60 a month, I think, you get access to their daily seminars and you get a huge catalog of basically poker content for every single subject. You go here, you can search anything. Blind versus blind, ICM, some of the best coaches in the world. I've personally worked with Jordan as well. He's unbelievable. One of my favorite poker communicators, and it's just really good value. For $60, you just get all this information. Dive into it. There's so much value there. So for 95% of people, I recommend staying here. Stay with the free content, get a monthly subscription, get a lot of value out of this. But for some players looking to take the next step, there are other options. We call this the triple star. This is where it is going to be a little expensive, but coaches land in this territory. Getting a personal poker coach can be amazing. On the lower end, it'll be about $100 an hour, $200 an hour for maybe some of the not good ones. And on the higher end, could be upwards of $1,000 an hour for some elite coaches. If you are passionate and want to have someone oversee your development, can be some great results there. The other option is a bigger price point masterclass. I said the Ben CB Masterclass for many years was the best one. I did it a couple times back in the day and went on these massive upswings, was so full of confidence. It's a little older now. The new one on the block, this just came out, is Upswing's Road to Victory, and it is full of value. We got Nick Petrangelo, Darren Elias offering some of their detailed strategies of how they've crushed the game so hard. The cool thing about it is they talk poker theory, but they also talk like specific player types and how to exploit them. It will really prepare you for every poker situation you face in the upcoming years. Again, these paid products, I'm not here trying to shill this to you guys. Have an honest conversation with yourself. If you're going to get these products, do it for 20 minutes, get bored, save your money, please. But for that insanely dedicated part of the community that you want to become a killer, do it, man. Do it. Life is short. If you're determined, if you have goals, if you want to become a card shark, the opportunity is right in front of you and can be done. Down below, I have a Google Doc that is open to everybody. It has a bunch of free resources that I think are really good for poker training. Plus, it has a bunch of books that have really helped my mental development and my mindset with the poker world. And down below, I also have a link to the BBZ Daily Seminars if you want to get that. If you want to pick up the Road to Victory Masterclass, I have a link down below as well. Everything down below. Thanks, guys, for watching. I hope you found this valuable. I've been on a crazy journey myself, and I know a lot of you guys. It's the most popular question I get every single day. How do I get better at poker? So that's the answer. That's what I got. That's what I've lived. That's what I've observed in other people. Dude, I really think poker is booming. It's in a special place right now. Games are going to be massive the next couple of years. I wish you all luck. I hope you find what you're going after. And again, you got to be careful in this industry. Gambling's wild. This is skilled gambling, but I wish you all the best. And I hope you're doing well. Hit me with a sub, hit me with a like. We'll see you in the next video.